Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes from the Irish American Club of Berkshire County, and we are both here in the studios of WTBR 89.7 Pittsfield Community Radio. How are you, Farmer?
I'm doing well, Kevin. How was everything with you?
Everything was fine this week. Everything was fine. Bob's got a new project, so we're all happy.
Really? We'll have to get into that in detail some other time.
We will. Yes, we will.
So what do you got planned for us today, Kev?
Well, we're hearing from the Celtic Ladies, which is a 3-CD set that I received about a month ago. We're going to be hearing something from the Mini Fla Weekend that was recorded in Ballina in 1990, and I hope to get some Jim Finnegan in on the way. How about you, Farmer?
Well, I was going to try some Luke Kelly today, some Wild Atlantic Way, and maybe we'll take a Celtic journey along the way.
Oh, looks like a nice album. Okay, but we're starting out with the Celtic Ladies.
Believe me, for those endearing young charms which I gaze on so fondly today were to change by tomorrow and fleet in my arms like fairy gifts fading away. There would still be adored as this moment thou art. Let thy loveliness fade as it will, and around the dear ruin each wish of my heart would entwine itself ardently still. It is not while beauty and youth are thine own, and thy cheeks unprofaned by a tear, that the fervor and faith of a soul can be known, to which time will but make thee more dear. Know the heart that has truly loved never forgets, but as truly loves on to the close. As the sunflower looks to her God when he sets, the same look which she turned when he rose. Know the heart that has truly loved never forgets, but as truly loves on to the close. As the sunflower turns to her God when he sets, the same look which she turned when he rose.
'Twas on one bright March morning, in New Orleans adieu, and I hit the road for Jackson Town, me fortunes to renew. I cursed all foreign monies, no credits could I gain, which set me heart longing for the lakes of Pontchartrain. While I stepped on board a railway car, neath the morning sun, and I rode the railways till evening, lay me down again. All strangers, they're no friends to meet, till the dark girl towards me came, and I fell in love with the Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. I said, now me pretty Creole girl, me money here's no good, and for the alligators I'd sleep out in the woods. You're welcome here, kind stranger, our house is very plain, but we never turned the stranger out from the banks of Pontchartrain. She took me into her mama's house. They treated me quite well. The hair upon her shoulders, flowing ringlets fell, to try and paint your beauty, 'twould only be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. I asked her if she'd marry me. She said it never could be, for she had got a lover dear, and he was far out at sea. She swore that she would wait for him, true she would remain, till he'd return to his Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Where you go? But ye well know, my bonny old girl, I never will see you more. I won't forget your kindness in the cottage by the shore, and at each social gathering, flowing glass I will raise, and I'll drink my health to the Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain.
Welcome back to the Sunday Sounds of Ireland. That guitarist was Robin Bullock. And the name of that tune, that song, was O'Carolyn's Quarrel with the Landlady.
Oh,
It didn't sound very quarrelsome to me.
No, it didn't. It sounded kind of pleasant to me.
So, but maybe he was a pleasant quarreler, who knew? And I don't know who sang The Lakes of Pontchartrain, but I recorded that song at a Mini Flower weekend in Ballina, County Mayo in 1999. And Mini Flower weekends still occur in Ireland. They select a different community every year, and that year it was in Ballina, and I happened to be there, so I made that recording of The Lakes of Pontchartrain and some other tunes as well. And before that, we heard from the Celtic Ladies set that I had mentioned earlier. Sarah Moore was the singer, and Endearing Young Charms was the name of the song. And we're going to hear something from you, Farmer.
We're going to kick this set off with The Traveling People by Luke Kelly.
Excellent.
I'm a freeborn man of the traveling people, got no fixed abode with nomads I am numbered. Country lanes and byways were always my ways. I've never fancied being lumbered. Well, we knew the woods and the resting places, and the small birds sang when winter time was over. Then we'd pack our load and be on the road. They were good old times for the rover. In the open ground you could stop and linger for a week or two, for time was not your master. Then away you jog with your horse and the dog, nice and easy, no need to go faster. And sometimes we'd meet up with other people, hear the news or else swap family information. At the country fairs we'd be meeting there all the people of the traveling nation. I've made willow creels and the heather besoms, and I've even done some begging and some hawking, and I've lain there spent wrapped up in my tent, and I've listened to the old folks talking. All you freeborn men of the traveling people, every tinker, rolling stone and gypsy rover, winds of change are blowing, old ways are going. Your traveling days will soon be over. I'm a freeborn man of the traveling people, got no fixed abode with nomads I am numbered. Country lanes and byways were always my ways. I've never fancied being lumbered.
Johnny cooks a steak from Lidl's on a Friday night, after spending all the week long working hard laying tiles. Tells me she made me feel so used, but I leave all that behind. See, I was making real good money then. I had 10 men laying tiles, and he's standing in the doorway of our little kitchenette, puffing on one of these new crazed electric cigarettes. And I imagine he must get lonely, but if he does, he keeps it all in jail. But when you're guarding a prison, you choose Water Bay. I've got an older friend named Pete who sometimes helps me with my trees. Likes to talk about old girlfriends and the places that he's been. He talks about his hippie days and how he settled here by chance. But he's always been a hippie since the time he lived in France. And he plays all kinds of music and sometimes he might sing. Where will all that go to? And we miss him now some spring. I like to listen to him talking. He tells funny and wise tales. Says when you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Now me, I'm out here in the world, singing my songs from town to town, and giving everything I have to get this thing of mine airbound. So maybe someday I can live just like the fisherman who stays close to the harbor and only takes enough just for today. But for now I think I'm somewhere in the middle of the sea. I'm sailing on a suitcase filled with dreams of what might be, and I look for pretty stories for to sing as mine and fill my sails. And when you live by the weather, every wind has a tale.
In the dark, a ship was anchored on a bright St. Patrick's Day. On the quay, a lass was sighing for her lover going away. Just before the ship had started, as she laid her hand on mine, just before that we had parted, she looked with loving eyes so kind to my coat. She pinned an emblem, and its heart did meet with three, and her parting words were, darling, look at these and think of me. Three-leaf shadows Your 3 leaves I long to free. When there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. But tonight I am in exile, far from home and far from thee. Next my heart I wear your token. Love no matter where I be. And although the seas divide us, and your face I might ne'er see, when there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. Freely shamrock, I adore thee. Your 3 leaves I long to free. When there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee. When there's brighter days in Ireland, I'll come home and marry thee.
That was Jim Finnegan. He was popular in Ireland during the big band era, which lasted in Ireland longer than it lasted anywhere else in the world. Bono from the U2 complains about them, U2, the band, in their early years starting out and looking for venues to play, and they were always their big competition was the big bands.
No, he started, in the 70s?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember going to big band dances in the 80s, or, 1979, 1980. Quite the events in Ireland, and very popular.
I guess they were popular here at one point, too, but I don't think as long as they did it over there, huh?
Well, Jim Finnegan was a big star there in that regard, and that name of that song was The 3-Leaf Shamrock, and that's from a 6-CD set I have called The Wild Rover. And we heard something from you, too, Farmer.
We did. We heard Luke Kelly, and that was off his definitive collection, and the song was The Traveling People.
And in between all that, we heard from Declan O'Rourke, my new favorite singer, as you know. And I played for you from the Abbey Theatre in Dublin, a live version of The Harbour. So there. A remarkable thing in Ireland this week, Farmer.
What happened in the glorious Ireland?
Well, Roscommon noted its highest temperature ever.
Really?
29.9 centigrade, which translates as 85 degrees. A temperature which is unheard of in Ireland. So I hope the air conditioning is working. The few air conditioners that you might run into in Ireland are there. But nonetheless, we're going to hear from you again, Farmer?
We are. We're going to hear Danu, actually.
Oh, good.
And it's Off the Wild Atlantic Way.
and the sorrowful tale I'll tell concerning of a bush ranger who through misfortune fell. His name it was Ben Hall, a man of high renown, who was hunted from his homestead and like a dog shot down. For 3 years he roamed the roads, and he showed each trap some fun. £1,000 was done, he said, with Gilbert and John Donne. Then parted from his comrades, the outlaws he'd agreed for to give away bushranging and cross the raging sea. Then went to Cuban Creek, and that was his downfall. For either like us, I guess it was valiant Benno. 'Twas early in the morning, all on the 5th of May, that the 7 police surrounded him as in his sleep he lay. Bill Duggan, he was chosen for to shoot the outlaw dead. The others fired madly as if they were afraid. Then they rolled him in his blanket and tied him to his brow, and they dug him. They drew the stream through the streets to show the price they had.
Welcome back to the Sunday Sounds of Ireland. This is Kevin Cahill. And that instrumental was Brian Finnegan. And the name of the tune was Ellie Goes West.
Ellie Goes West.
She did.
How far?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say. But before that, we heard from the Irish band Varro, one of the Irish Times voted one of the 10 best current acts in Ireland. And before that, we heard from you, Farmer.
We did. We heard Carry to Donegal. It was a set by Danu.
Ah, and a long one.
It was a good one, I thought. I like that one. I think I'll play it again some other time.
So in the news, other news from Ireland, homeless people get a second shot as baristas in Dublin. A new coffee truck in Dublin city centre is training homeless people to become baristas. The Hard Ground coffee truck has been launched by the Mendacity Institute. What an odd name for an institute. Yeah. The charity is providing homeless people with certified barista training to help them find jobs in the hospitality sector. Louisa Santoro, the CEO of Mendacity, said, we quote, "We were keen to give people certified training and transferable skills in the hospitality sector. At the moment, hospitality is crying out for staff, and we thought this would be a really good way to introduce people to the sector. 7 people have completed the training and now work in the truck to gain experience." Louisa said, quote, "It's a great way to build confidence, and it's a great way to engage with the public in a positive way. Sometimes people experiencing homelessness are analyzed differently, and this is a way of breaking the stigma." Ivar Sarenko, originally from Latvia, was one of the first people to take the charity's barista course. He used to work in a meat factory, but lost his job and became homeless. Ivar said, quote, "I enjoy making coffee. I am looking for work and I am doing the training and I'm taking the courses to find a job." The Hard Ground coffee truck is open 4 days a week in downtown Dublin. The charity hopes it will be open every day soon once more homeless people complete the training. So there you go.
Yeah, that's one way to tackle it.
It is one way.
Come all of you Loughlin men, and the sorrowful tale I'll tell, concerning of a bushranger who through misfortune fell. His name it was Ben Hall, a man of high renown, who was hunted from his homestead and like a dog shot down. For 3 years he roamed the road, and he showed he trapped some fun. £1,000 was the he said, with Gilbert and John Dunn. Then parted from his comrades, the outlaws he'd agree for to give away bushranging and cross you ever go across the sea to Ireland, then maybe at the closing of your day, you will sit and watch the moon rise over Claddagh and see the sun go down on Galway Bay, just to hear again the ripple of the trout stream, the women in the meadows making hay, and to sit beside a turf fire in the cabin and watch the barefoot gossans at their play. For the breezes blowing o'er the seas from Ireland are perfumed by the heather as they blow, and the women in the uplands digging praties speak a language that the strangers do not know. The strangers came and tried to teach us their way. They scorned us just for being what we are, but they might as well go chasing after moonbeams or light a penny candle from a star. And if there is going to be a life hereafter, and somehow I'm sure there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea.
Well, that was certainly rousing.
Yes.
That tune, one of the tunes anyway, was Julia Delaney. Finished off with a reel there. That's from Emish.
Emish.
Sinners Make the Best of Saints. We saw them in Saratoga.
We did.
I remember my sister was with me. They did a very good job. And before that, we heard another tune from Varro called Back Street. And in between, we heard something from you, Farmer.
We did. We heard Galway Bay by the original Irish Boys. I thought it was going to take a trip down the Celtic journey, but I went back to an oldie instead.
Listen, I depend on you to play those standards because people expect to hear them. More of them, I suppose. Not so much from Varro, but there
or
you
some
are.
of our earlier music in the show.
Some of our earlier music in the show. So this is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes saying goodbye for another week. Please listen to this show again next week. And please listen to all the locally produced programming here at 89.7 WTBR, Pittsfield Community Radio.
And I'd like to thank everybody for listening this week. Please stay tuned again next week and listen to all the great things that happen on this radio station. Be good, be kind, keep those Irish eyes a-smiling.
Gurram Ugat Gustahi Shahugan.